Hello, this is Shane Scott. I bought a used dirt tracker to hit a few national races this year. With every bike I buy, I get the suspension tuned to my weight and needs, especially a used bike, as you really don't know what the previous owner had done. So I took my suspension to Lauren Banks at B2 Suspension Experts. He disassembled the forks, checked the oil volume, tested the spring rate, and inspected the internals. The oil was filthy and full of filings from previous valving work and ruined the bushings. Also, the seals in the inner cartridge were blown in one fork. The spring rates were too light for my weight. New parts were installed, including low friction bushings for better fork action. The rear shock, upon closer inspection, had been leaking. Again, the oil was overdue for replacement, the nitrogen was too low, and the spring rate was too light for me. Lauren had everything ready to go in no time, and I was excited to get the bike back together and do some testing. I've been riding and racing motorcycles for over 40 years, and one thing I've learned is investing in suspension maintenance and setup is a top priority. Riding and racing budgets are always tight, but I spend my first money on my suspension to give me the confidence so I can push harder and go faster. Then it was off to Trois-Rivières, Quebec for the first Canadian National Dirt Track. After a few adjustments, the suspension was tuned in perfectly and we had a solid bike. I finished second and fourth in my heats, but unfortunately the mains were rained out. But now we know we have a good package to return and race another day. For all of your suspension needs, I recommend you see Lauren Banks at B2 Suspension Experts.